Bulldogs come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the air. It's Stockton. Pressure coming. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Going to try to get it himself. Crosses the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the right. Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Oh, and I love that play call on fourth down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
And the Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Tackled after a short gain, it'll be 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, the tight end's a guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Check. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On third down, here's Robinson. Across the 25. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll run it. It's Robinson. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. On target. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
Now the pitch. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Great job by the back on the option. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They took it 64 yards right down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Quickly out to the tight end. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. The run inside. It's Frazier. Got a little grass. Picks up the first down. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
On third down, here's Frazier. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Outstanding tackle to keep him from getting the first down, and they'll get it back.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out, you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
So now it's 2nd and long.
Hey, take it. 22-90 Mountain. 22-90 Mountain. Down, ready.
Wide receiver going in motion.
Ready, go!
They'll run play action. Dances away to buy time. Intercepted to stop the threat. Defense comes up with a play. They get the pick and take it back to the 20.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Shoots it to the left. Just beats his man to the football. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Pocket breaking down. Lays out, gives up his body, and makes the grab on the right side.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
Lost a throw on first down. Looking to buy time. Throws into the middle of the field. Hauls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
On the move from inside his 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Finds a tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Behind the chains now on second and long. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Now facing a third and long. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They boot it away on fourth down. nestles it in at the 35. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Back to pass, it's Stockton. It's caught. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Under fire. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Georgia sends out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Minnesota taking on the number 20 team, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the home squad in one of those old-school fight-in-a-phone-booth games. Neither team has been able to break out offensively, but it feels like the one that does will come away today with a signature win.
They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Humphries. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Under fire. And the big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the double. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
Kick is in the air. Makes a move. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Oklahoma sends the offense out ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Handoff to Xavier. Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Xavier again. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Starting to feel a little pressure. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Into the end zone for 6.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Fielded in the end zone, it's Phillips. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should...
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Here's a give to Robinson. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Here's the one. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Bringing the heat. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 10. Touchdown, Dogs. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
And he makes the extra point. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Georgia! The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football. But here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right, in college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Wants to adjust the pattern. The option, the keeper, knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the D.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the air, it's Mateer. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he's got some space. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. First and 10. They'll give it to Robinson. Pick up of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Here's Robinson one more time. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Wants to throw on 3rd. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's complete on the right side. Smashes through another broken tackle. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The keeper on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
Makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That might be the proverbial fourth quarter dagger as they try to finish off their 12th straight win.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
He'll bring it out. It's Will. And he coughs it up inside the 20. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
It's third and goal and third and long. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Have yourself a dang young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point was good. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Just way off target and missed it.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Gonna let it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
I tell you what, fourth quarter, you're trying to get to the quarterback, trying to get the ball back to your offense. But nice pursuit. Nice job making the QB scramble outside of the pocket, chasing him down. And even better, you got a gift. He runs out of bounds, so now the clock stops. Now you're saving time late in the ball game when it's really going to matter.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They've already converted a fourth down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And he will step out of bounds, but what a play to get the ball back for his offense.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the fourth quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual effort on that interception.
To the air, it's Stockton. Looking deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
This time he's got it. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it... The ground incomplete.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
Wants to throw again. Moving out to the right. Fires on the move. And his throw is incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wideout. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Rushes on him. But a little time, lets it go. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
You know, swing passes to the...
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you can try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Mateer. Forced out of the pocket. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down, still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Ready? Blue 30, blue 30. Ready, go.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to kick a field goal.
Ready, go.
On 3rd down, here's Robinson. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of